Let's quickly talk about efile.com. Basically, in today's conversation, I want to give you an in-depth review of efile tax software, the tax software that comes with efile. So here's a presentation I want you to think about. So basically, efile tax software is really a budget-friendly alternative to major players like H&R Block and TurboTax. And while it lacks many of the bells and whistles of its better-known competitors, what we love about efile tax software is that it makes up for its relative simplicity with affordable pricing and numerous discounts and promotional offers. So if you are a cash conscious, a budget conscious sort of filer, you might want to consider e-file taxes. So let's talk about when we talk about e-file taxes in terms of costing, you have three low-cost plans for preparing a tax return, including a $0 federal return option. And the platform is fully do-it-yourself. There's no option to hire a tax professional. E-file is best for people who need higher tier products from TurboTax and H&R Block, but do not want to pay a lot. And so this is kind of cool. So when we talk about efile.com in general, is that you have that flexibility, but with that flexibility comes autonomy. So you have to know exactly what you're doing, okay? And so what we love here is that tax software, whether it is efile.com or tax software, or TaxSlayer or H&R Block, has one job: to help you prepare and file your tax return accurately, right? And to that end, e-file gets the job done for a lower price than TurboTax or H&R Block or even Jackson Hewitt. And so when you think about efile.com, you have a menu of services that is slimmer and more streamlined than the industry heavyweights, making the platform less overwhelming. And so while it does include a free option for federal returns, those options are kind of limited, okay? And so if you know what you actually are doing and you will not need hands-on help from a CPA to prepare your personal tax return, e-file is worth considering. And so this is kind of cool. And overall, e-file is kind of cool in terms of if you are looking for something more straightforward, but please be aware that you have fewer nice to have features. You have a rudimentary sort of yet straightforward interface, cheaper state return filing than competitors. Fantastic. You also have a tool that is really great for year-round discounts. So if you're looking for year-round discounts, you will love efile.com. So what you get with e-file, you get a helpful reference library, tax calculators, low price guarantee, tax return storage, and accuracy guarantee. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. I want to talk to you about the pros and cons of efile.com. So e-file tax software has pros and cons, of course. Let's first go a little granular here. So the pros, they have multiple ways to file. And filers can pay for the software with the tax refund. And you also have the accuracy guarantee. So those are the top three advantages when it comes to efile.com. Let me quickly explain everything here. So let's first talk about the pros. So you have multiple ways to file. So while e-file specializes in electronic filing, it also lets you file the old-fashioned way. You can simply print out the forms from the e-file website and mail them if you prefer. And filers can pay for the software with a tax refund. So e-file lets users pay for its services with their tax refunds. It's important to note that your refund will not go directly to e-file. So instead, the IRS will send your refund to Santa Barbara TPG, a third-party escrow service. So TPG will pay out the appropriate fees to e-file and deposit the remaining funds in your account. So if you choose this option, you have to pay $39.95 service fee to process your payments, and e-file doesn't currently charge a fee when you pay by credit card. And you also have accuracy guarantee. So e-file offers a blanket accuracy guarantee. In addition to guaranteeing complete accuracy, it promises to check each return for errors prior to submission. So this is kind of cool. And what we love about e-file is the flexibility. Okay. And so one thing I want to say here is that e-file does not specify what steps it will take in the event that it doesn't make an error. Let's say it does make an error on your tax forms. You may request a refund if you're not satisfied with the services you have received. And to ensure accuracy in your tax filings, make sure that you have what you need to file taxes. So those are the pros. What about the cons? Cons, you have limited customer support, and then you have like families with children cannot use the free tier. So eFile offers fewer ways to get in touch with customer support staff. Basic plan users are limited to communicating with the support staff via email. This may prove frustrating, particularly for more complex or time-sensitive matters. And deluxe and premium plan holders can receive telephone assistance. eFile does not offer a live chat or AI chat customer support option at this time. And so families, with children cannot have the eFile's free tax filing option does not allow you to claim dependents. If you have children, you have to purchase either the Deluxe Plus or a Premium Plus plan. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about efile.com. So this is a review of efile.com tax services or tax service. I want to talk to you about the features you can actually expect to have if you go with efile.com. So it's really important to understand that you have efile.com remains a comprehensive software tool. You have security and safety, so your data is pretty much safe. You have online and phone support if you are in the right, quote unquote, right price tier, and you also have affordability. So let's talk about comprehensive software. So really, you are able to have a guided or self-guided experience, and you are able to have helpful prompts and calculations along the way. Plus, the software will always save your spot so that you can pause and return without losing any information. And eFile is a safe and secure way to file taxes online and is officially authorized by the IRS. It uses multiple factor authentication, so this is an MFA, and encrypts data with 256-bit encryption. So here we're speaking about military-grade encryption or banking-grade encryption. The software, what we love here is that we love the fact that you have total customer privacy, and this is kind of cool. You also have online and phone support. But you gotta be a deluxe or a premium customer. Okay, so if you are either or, you are able to take advantage of tech support both online and over the phone. Response time is relatively short, and you can actually choose from a list of frequently asked questions or submit a special request. This is totally fine. So overall, think about efile.com as a great software service, as a great software tool rather, for affordability. Okay, so because eFile is relatively simple in its offerings, it remains one of the most affordable options for online filing. Okay, so it's if you were to compare and contrast efile.com versus if you were to compare it to H&R Block or to a tax layer or to even TurboTax, you will see that efile.com is always the most affordable options. The most affordable option for you. So let's talk about the target audience here. So when we talk about efile.com, you might like filing with eFile if you are looking for a cheaper alternative to H&R Blocks and TurboTax upper tier products, or you do not want to go with the all-in free filing option that Cash App Taxes has for you. And so eFile is also will be great for you if you don't mind to have a rudimentary interface. And if you need to file multiple state returns, efile.com will be a great sort of option for you. And you might not like filing with efile.com if you qualify for free filing elsewhere, or you love, for instance, what the Cash App Taxes offers. If you appreciate time-saving features like document upload, then you would not like efile.com at all. And if you want help from a tax pro, it's just better to go with another provider. In this case, Jackson Hewitt or H&R Block or even TurboTax. And if you want a robust free option, then you do not want to go with efile.com. Okay, so basically the thing is, when you think about efile.com, There are also a few other drawbacks that we don't really we don't like. So, for example, the free tier requires paying for state filing. This is really an important element. So, it's incredibly restrictive. That free tier is incredibly restrictive. So, filers with children, investments, HSA contributions, unemployment income, student loan interest deductions, and any other major tax situation have to upgrade. But worse than that, the free tier is not free. Filers have to pay $22.49 to $25 to file their state return. So there are no session summaries. You have some confusing wizards that they really need to work on, and the tech support actually requires payment unless you are if you are already a deluxe sort of customer. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about efile.com. So this is an efile.com tax software review. And then you have the Premier. And efile actually, as I said before, if you want to have phone support or you want to have priority support, you want to go with at least the deluxe or the Premier. Okay, and this is kind of important. And so basically, all of those three plans come with support and the options to file electronically or by mail. Bear in mind that these plans are only for federal taxes, and you will have to purchase a separate state filing and a state filing add-on, regardless of your plan choice. So the prices I'm showing you on the screen that I showed you earlier, like the free, the deluxe, $29, and the Premier, $39, that's for federal only. Okay, and it's really important to pay attention to this. So the basic plan is eFile's free option. You may qualify for this plan if you earned less than $100,000 in the last tax year, you are filing single or married jointly without dependents, and you only have W-2 income. And so high income earners, independent contractors, and those with dependents who are minors will want to choose one of the paid plan options. With the basic plan, you'll receive access to a free refile and free amendments. So this is kind of important. And for the deluxe, you basically you have a phone and online support and options for self-employed taxpayers and individuals with dependents. Okay, you might also choose this plan if you are receiving retirement income, are currently paying a mortgage, or if you need to make certain deductions. As with the basic plan, only individuals with an income of less than $100,000 will qualify. And this is kind of so for the premium plan actually it's important. This is the only plan eFile offers for filers with incomes over $100,000. With this plan, you will gain access to all forms and schedules in addition to the same functionality eFile offers with the deluxe plan. So overall, when you think about efile.com, I want you to think about competitive pricing. And so this is kind of cool. And also just make sure that those cheaper prices, they do come at a cost, because we're speaking here about only federal tax filing. Let's talk about I want to give you the user experience here. So when you think about efile.com, so let's talk about eFile tax software accessibility. So eFile's basic free plan only supports email messaging. Subscribers to paid plans can access phone support. Its website does not offer an online chat feature though. It's really important to remember that. What about availability? Now, eFile is available nationwide, and customers across the US can use its software to pay both their federal and state taxes. What about contact information here? So eFile only offers support to registered users. So if you already have an account, you may contact customer support over email or by phone, depending on your eFile plan. And non-customers will likely have to register for a free account or send the company a message via social media, since eFile does not list a contact phone, email, or a physical address on its site. And what about user experience here? Well, eFile's very basic functionalities and user interface may leave some customers feeling frustrated. It depends on your needs. And however, users with uncomplicated tax needs may find the system's simplicity refreshing. And so helpful prompts will guide you through the filing process. So once you finish, you can check your eFile status online. And eFile also offers free tools on its websites, like its tax bracket estimator calculator It also hosts a frequently asked question page where we can really review tax related information. So overall, we think that eFile is great software, depending on your situation. It is a software that it's legitimate to use, and so not only is eFile is actually an IRS authorized tax preparation software provider. It also uses encryption technology and multi-factor authentication to keep your data and all users' data safe and secure. So this is kind of cool. And the cool thing is that as of right now, eFile doesn't have a mobile app. However, you can file your taxes online via its websites. That's kind of important. Let's talk about the value added here. So when we think about efile.com, what is the value that this software provider really adds? Well, it really depends. First of all, who should use efile.com? If you prize affordability and you are confident in your tax knowledge, eFile is a great option for preparing your tax return, because basically it covers the same tax situations as TurboTax and H&R Block for a fraction of the price. Like the prices that I just showed you earlier, if you were to switch to H&R Block or TurboTax, you'll be paying like crazy. Okay, those amounts will go up. But naturally, there are some trade-offs. So the lower cost results in fewer nice-to-have features, such as expert access, time-saving, document upload, and a modern interface. So tax filers who know they would have to pay for upper-tier products from TurboTax or H&R Block, that is, they have itemized deductions or self-employment income, for example, will save money with eFile. And so in terms of the cost, it's one of those things where you have to really see which situation really works for you. Remember that what I told you earlier, the eFile really adds value in terms of the simplicity of its pricing tier. You only have three pricing tiers. You have the free basic, you have the deluxe, and then you have the premier. And your situation will really dictate which one is really right for you. Now, extra fees will apply if you need state filing. And so eFile charges between $32 to $50 for unlimited state returns, even if you qualify for the free basic plan. And many competitors charge a higher fee for each return. Okay, so at the end of the day, when you think about affordability, legitimacy, you think about flexibility, efile.com is your go-to products. Okay, it does a pretty decent job, and that will get your taxes filed ASAP. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let me give you the verdict here. So basically, is eFile worth it? Do we recommend it? Yes, we definitely recommend it. We definitely recommend this software. If you are in a situation where price is an important criterion for you, you will love to go with eFile, because if price is an important criterion, you're not going to be well served by going to all the other players, including TaxSlayer, TaxAct, H&R Block, Justin Hewitt, or even TurboTax. Okay, and the thing here is that when you think about eFile, just remember that you have an intuitive navigation process for people with common tax situations. You have also guided or self-guided navigation. So this is kind of cool. Now, the only thing is that if you're ready to pay for state returns, that's kind of fine. So just be aware of that, because they will charge you extra. And you also, the thing is that if you need guidance as you prepare your taxes, you are not going to be well served by efile.com, because built-in calculators do not share results, which can lead to confusion. And there is no option to import tax forms, including W-2. So you're going to have to do a lot of things manually. Okay. But hey, listen, it is really worth it. Yes, because it has an excellent user interface. This is where we love it a lot. But just remember that you are going to sort of corner yourself in terms of complexity of your tax return. So if you have a relatively simple tax return, or even better, you have a clear idea what you're getting yourself into in terms of how to file taxes, you've done it before, and you're pretty comfortable with the whole process, efile.com will be a great place to start. Okay, but if you want to have the bells and whistles, of a quote unquote a modern software tool, then it's just better to go with H&R Block or TurboTax or even TaxAct. I mean, of course, they will charge you more, but at least you get the quality, not the quality, you get the cosmetics, if you will, that you want with your tax filing process. And one thing I really need to also say before closing to this conversation is that if you need to have live guidance, if you want to speak to someone on the phone, you really want to go with a deluxe or a premier plan. Don't go with a free plan, because that support service does not exist at that level. You're going to have to go a little up to actually qualify. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I gave you a quick efile.com review. So I gave you the presentation, the features, the pros and cons, the target audience, the pricing, the UX, the value added, and our verdict. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.